Hello friends, welcome to the session. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, modern Indian thought, and the name of the personality today which we are going to discuss is M.K. Gandhi. The topic is mainly focused on NTA NET, political science optional subject. It is also important for various exams which have political science in its syllabus, whether it's objective type questions or it's the subjective type questions. So moving into the session, first of all a brief introduction. Of course there is no need. Mohandas Karamchandra Gandhi, he was one of the most influential personality of Indian freedom movement. He is one of the most influential personality because of his concept of ahimsa all over the world. Many universities, many people around the world, many famous people around the world follows Gandhi for his thoughts about liberty, justice, Sarvodaya, truth and non-violence. These topics have of course shaped the mind of Indian people throughout the generation, and of course it played a very important role. I am again highlighting this point. It actually influenced the freedom movement of India. The freedom movement of India, which can actually become a violent movement. But Gandhi was responsible to shape in a way that it doesn't make that direction. Political thought of Gandhi, we have to remember that certain dispositions of Gandhi was not a system builder in an academic sense. He doesn't believe that if you are having books on politics, you are having books on sociology, it's not feasible to shape the mind of the people. He was not a political philosopher. And the message that I have pointed out here about Gandhi, my life is my message. The life of Gandhi was itself his message for the young Indian people of that time, and of course for the people who have considered him as his ideal. It can also be agreed that he was not committed to any exclusive school of thought. His speech, and if you look at his journals, the journals published by him, the editorials published by him, generally came from response from particular situation. Gandhi used to give his extempore on a particular situation, and even at the fag end of his life, he spoke of himself that he had never ceased to grow, and therefore he had been learning from the experiment with the truth, which is also the name of his autobiography. Now focusing on the ideas of Gandhi. Among many ideas which I have highlighted here are one which are important from the point of view of your examination. So first of all we will discuss trusteeship. What is trusteeship? He wanted that the poor to know the rich cannot accumulate wealth without the cooperation of the poor in the society. It means the rich people earns the wealth with the help of poor, and once they earn that wealth, they actually explicit the poor from that part which belongs to that poor person. Therefore he recommended that the cooperative movement, cooperation, and the assimilation of the rich and the poor to build a society is very important. That is why he also recommended the non-cooperation and civil disobedience as a mean of changing their attitude. Poor should adopt the mean of non-cooperation and disobedience. There is nothing mentioned here like violent mean or something oppressive, coercive mean of you can say your of showing your disrespect, but it should be non-cooperative and civil disobedience. Now the rich people should become the trustee of their wealth, and it should be spent in public interest instead of continuing as exploiters. The rich people should behave as the trustee of the wealth which they have accumulated. Rich should either be converted into trustees or should be completely isolated. If they are not willing to work as the trustee of that wealth, they should isolate themselves from that wealth, because their action will not be in the public interest. For Gandhi, politics was a religion. You know, he was opposed to politicizing the religion. He was for spiritualizing religion, but he was essentially a worldly man and never sought this own salvation. Okay, so he think you should not use religions as a mean to achieve your political ends, but politics itself is a religion. So trusteeship was one of them. This way he tried to spiritualize economics. Okay, he doesn't force people to distribute the resources they have earned in the people, but he tried to change the mind of the people and tried to spiritualize economics and made it an instrument of human dignity. Okay, so trusteeship is a very important topic. In various exams it has been asked already. Now Gandhi about globalization. From many other things about Gandhi, that freedom movement, that civil obedience, satyagraha, hartal. Now, what were the views of Gandhi about globalization? So Mahatma Gandhi admits that there are natural inequalities in men. He says that there should be economic equality, and this type of equality comes from equal distribution. So he has opined that there should be equal distribution of resources among the people, and if they are rich, they also should be treated as the trustees of that wealth. Equal distribution means that each man should have the necessary supply of all the naturally wants and no more. Natural wants, which are the real wants of a people, of a man, to acquire the true sense of his soul, to acquire that minimum level of dignity, to acquire that minimum level of human rights. What is necessary? We as a whole globe, we all should work in that direction, but there is nothing for greed. Okay, for greed there is nothing, for want there is everything available. Now Gandhian perspective of development. What Gandhi used to think about development. The quintessence of Gandhian philosophy is that the human values and not the market should govern life. This is very important, and this is somehow also related to his concept of spiritualizing the economics, that human value should be given the priority in every policy making, whether it is social, whether it is economical in nature, whether it is national or whatever. The major focus should be on human values, service of the teeming millions, the poor, Daridra Narayan. The concept of Daridra Narayan was also proposed by the Gandhi. The book which influenced him the most was Unto the Last of John Ruskin, which he also translated in Gujarati as Sarvodaya. Okay, so the word Sarvodaya given him to the people who are at the end of that line. Okay, so now next topic, Gandhian model of world politics. Gandhian view of world politics has two aspects, prophetic and strategic. It is very important here to discuss, because many people think Gandhi as an avatar of God, as a something who was provided to the humanity by the God. But you have to take this point in your mind very clearly, that he was also a very seasoned politician. So his view of world politics are divided into two aspects, prophetic aspects and the strategic aspects. Ahimsa was a tool that showcased the ideology of Gandhi, not in of a showing, but also following it in a true spirit. So that was the prophetic aspect of Gandhian world politics view, that ahimsa should not be treated as a tool to attain some political agenda, but every man should follow this in true spirit. The outermost circumference of power should not wield power to crush the inner circle, but will give strength to all within and derive its own strength from it. So this is very important. He divided the types of people into two things. Okay, two types of people are there according to Gandhi. One who are needy, and one who are acquirers of that power. So the acquirers of that power should behave in the outer circle of those poor people, of those needy people, and should help them should save them, and also should derive their strength from those people. Okay, so this was the view of Gandhi. Democracy and fundamental rights. There are many things about to say that how Gandhi used to think about fundamental rights, but he was one of the few politicians, or you can say one of the few people at that time. He was also instrumental at that time of when United Nations was established in 1945. So what were his views about fundamental rights? So here I have given the definition in the true words what he said. I understand democracy as something that gives the weak the same chance as the strong. Altruism was a very main aspect of Gandhi's thinking. The weak have the equal chance as the strong. In Swaraj based on ahimsa, people need not know their rights, but it is necessary for them to know their duties. That is what I was saying, that he was one of the very few people who used to think that rights are as important as the duties of the people. So some very important journals were also published by Gandhi: the Indian Opinion, Navjeevan, Young India, Harijan, Harijan Sevak, and Harijan Bandhu. Many questions can be asked from you in your examination. Influence of Gandhian principle in making of constitution and post-independent India. So the concept Gandhi provided about Swaraj, the Antyodaya, the Gram Swaraj, and the trusteeship, they are involved in the directive principle of state policy, Gandhian perspective of constitution. Ahimsa, Satyagraha and Swadeshi as a tool to integrate the mass of different classes. The tool used by Gandhi for in the freedom movement, that with Ahimsa, Satyagraha and Swadeshi, they were very strategic in nature, and by that he accumulate all the masses in a certain direction. Ideology of Gandhi was thought based, not individual based. Gandhi always used to say, I am the enemy of bad thinking, not of the bad people. So these are very important questions you should take in your mind, and that's all about the session. Thank you very much.